Hey everybody, it's the Last Robokai here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Prey. Last time we finally got to hear the rest of the message, and we're gonna have to head off to the deep storage vault to get our access key so that we can blow up the station. Which is yeah, that's our plan as present. And joining me as an adventurer, as always, is Cool Guy.
I literally cannot remember the last time deep storage meant anything good. Like seriously, every time I've perused an archive that is either cold or deep storage, it's either so boring that it should be forgotten or so terrible that it needed to be.
Oh, we won't be seeing deep storage today.
Oh,
It's the
well then.
end. It's the end of a long journey, as we'll find out in this episode. So let's get stuck straight in.
Reinforces what I was saying.
Fun fact: won't be doing it here, but you can actually totally kill January.
Yeah, somebody was mentioning that in the thread, and I was just like, at this point, I almost would have been disappointed if you couldn't.
Yep, no, the developers have got everything set up. They know exactly how to deal with the problem of what happens if you murder the hell out of January. So now we have the general access key, and so there are a few more places opening up in the lobby. So this video is going to be mostly the lobby and a little bit of the next destination we're going to be going to, or at least the game wants you to go to, because after that it's like I'm going major safari.
I was wondering why you were being so dainty about this.
It's not the one I'm being dainty about. there is an etheric phantom around here.
Oh, good. I like the idea of you like starting to glue this thing, and it just sort of understanding what's going wrong because you're not in combat mode or whatever. Oh damn. Man, all of that looked like the stonest cold execution, and it still almost got the opportunity to move.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Like, I've been playing other games, so I keep thinking right click is for like, descent jets to kick in, and it's not. It's not. That's for your special powers. You gotta remember, spacebar is your power to float.
Descent jets. Like, what game have you been playing precisely where right click is descent jets?
A lot.
Okay.
So we can't get into IT the normal way still, but we can hack because we've got a point in hacking, and this is the hacking minigame. As you can see, you bounce off everything else. Red stalls you for a little bit. You get to the spot and you hit the button, and that's hacking.
Okay.
That's hacking. And
you know what? I'll allow it.
Yeah, and the higher the level of hacking, the more often you have to do that before you clear it, but it gives you more time. Something in there.
Oh.
There are multiple things in there, and that was
not
I guess
exactly what you wanted to do, I imagine.
I think that was a mimic.
A mimic mimicking a phantom?
No, a mimicking a. I think the mimic was mimicking the explosives, because I hit it and it didn't do anything, and then it.
I thought you just missed.
No, it's gone. I think I stealth attacked it. Oh, then again, that didn't
creepy.
do it either. So who knows? Who knows? It just didn't. Nothing exploded.
No, I'm gonna go with what you were saying. That makes sense to me.
No, even then, I'm still not sure. I'm sure everybody else picking it up afterwards will be like, yeah. Always hold down wrench.
That's how you end that shit.
Still doing a lot. Like I said, like 2 phantoms at once is kind of a big deal, and that's not even like the biggest deal we'll have to deal with here. So we just got a new component as well. I think it's called Impact. Yeah, there we go. New chipset for our suit, and that'll make our wrenches shots hit harder. I'll equip it in a minute, I think. Oh, greater chance to knock down an opponent when you hit him with it.
That seems a little bit more underwhelming than just doing more damage.
Yeah, well, you get what you paid for.
Huh.
I paid nothing.
Your ideas are confidential. Man, that's totally not Big Brother as hell.
Mm-hmm. We're making money off your thoughts, so we might as well make sure it's protected.
I think there was this one like old Microsoft game space sim called Allegiance, and that's what that reminds me of. There was one like mega corporation faction where every so often, while you're like redoing your loadout at a space station or whatever, the announcer just goes, "This is a reminder to keep all of your compensation packages confidential." It said it exactly like that. It was one of the most like fake Mimic totally threw me off.
Mm-hmm.
Was not expecting him there. I
forgot he does that. I forgot that Mimic turns into like a container. That actually brings up something important I should mention. When I talked about greater mimics mostly just being stronger mimics, there is something else they do, and everyone reminded me. They actually also can transform into larger objects, like fridges and things like that. That was not a greater mimic, but it was still still a problem.
I still want to see you bonk a fridge with a fridge and have the other fridge just sort of go, "Whoa!"
There'll be a lot of fridge on fridge violence if we're lucky.
Hot fridge on fridge
Don't
action.
hold your breath, because that will rely mostly on mimics and myself playing along.
Mostly the mimics. I get the feeling that if you see an opportunity for that, like, not wild horses couldn't keep you away.
This is probably the one problem with the recycling charges. Certain objects, like it was sort of leaning against the couch, so the explosion didn't suck in the extra block. You can place them on like surfaces and I think shoot them to get them to work as well. So that might have been a better idea. But yeah, here's human resources.
Rewards program. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Just remember, it's a corporation.
Literally every corporate rewards program I've ever seen or participated in has been like one of the biggest fucking scams on the planet. Even when they do pay you money, it's like, oh yeah, we're totally going to give you, $2,000 for doing $8,000 of work. It's like, come on. What? Goat?
Yeah. Like I was saying, don't eat other people's lunches, guys. Come on.
I mean,
apparently that's been a problem in human resources.
Mimics are a problem in human... Wow, he's like suspended in midair. That owned.
Getting a lot of mimic nonsense going on. Take that.
I don't know. To a certain extent, they're almost old hat now. So I'm just sort of like, yeah, whatever. It eliminates drunken effects of alcohol. Now there's a chipset I want in my real life.
Yeah, see, alcohol does actually have a purpose, and what it does is it removes the fear effect that comes with the sudden appearance of a phantom or a mimic. You'll notice the screen sort of tends to freak out a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's what chugging alcohol does. It makes you so that you're not afraid.
It's literally with liquid courage.
Yeah, and so it would make you, and it would also make you woozy as heck. But now we can just chug alcohol if we really feel like it. There's no hotkey for chugging alcohol, though, so it's still kind of like gotta go into the inventory, down some booze. That's the other way through. That would take us right outside where simulations is.
Oh, okay. I was sitting here figuring, all right, well, I guess you gotta blow another recycler charge.
Yeah, no need for that.
Yeah, no joke. What are we even doing here? Like...
We're going to be heading down, and we're going to be getting ready to go to the next area. We've still got our friend Etheric Phantom to take care of.
Oh, right, yeah. See, this is the thing that keeps messing with me. I keep, losing focus because we've already been here before, so I'm just like, surely everything is more or less as we left it. No.
No, oh gosh.
You've told me that 3 or 4 times now, and it refuses to sink in.
So, there is one coming real close. You can hear him padding along.
He's on his way.
And he's vaguely aware we're here, and he vaguely knows our name. That's worrying, isn't it?
Are these cats hive-minded at all?
I don't really know.
I guess literally every...
So here we go.
Holy...
These guys are zippy as fuck.
They
and
do not give a crap.
as you can see, there's like 2.
Yep, that's not helping any.
But you notice I killed one really easily and really quickly. This guy's throwing out decoys, which is a thing the etheric phantoms can do. They can throw out decoys of themselves.
Man.
And that makes fighting them just as difficult.
Whoa, hello.
Yeah, he just gets up in your face and then out of your face and in your face and... Because there's only one corpse.
Yeah. I mean, though the decoys were doing very real damage, so I'm not certain they're decoys in the classical sense of the term.
Well, you can get that as a power, and it just calls a decoy. So etheric phantoms are no slouches. They're a big deal.
I mean, I really appreciate that. You know, I mean, they basically took a really close what's the word I'm looking for, look at what precisely makes an enemy scary, right? You know, it has to be a lot faster than you. It has to have a whole lot of weird powers. You can't quite understand it.
I'm talking to the lift control system.
What do you got, January?
The system is telling me it's fine. It's just the diagnostic code is changing every time I make a request, and something is preventing the car from descending. It's stuck at the top, in the arboretum. I'll see if I can find another way up.
Yeah, so that's gonna make things a little difficult for getting around the station for now. We gotta get up there and
There's
fix
a route
that.
through the Psychotronics lab.
There we go.
Morgan, that lab is where the Typhon broke containment. Be careful.
So, so that's what I mean by we aren't going to deep storage today, because there are a lot of paths we got to take. And someone actually did ask in the thread, can mimics pretend to be corpses? And I said no. I was wrong. They don't normally do it, but this is like I think the one time they do.
Are you
to get in your head?
I kind of looked like he was pretending to be the chair underneath the corpse.
Oh, actually, you're probably right now that I think about it.
Like that corpse just
yeah, because the chair's over there on the other side of the room, isn't it?
Right,
yeah.
And I was.
No, you're right.
That's what.
Okay,
I
so
was
that's
just like, you
right
freaking punk. That's like insidiously brilliant. Again, it's just one of the if you want something to scare you, you can't quite understand it. You know, if you the better you understand what you're up against, the better you can control what you're up against, the less scary it is. And it kind of seems like that they've just thought about that at a really deep level before they ever put down a single line of code.
We talked over it there, and the game didn't give us subtitles for some reason, but that was the head of security like doing an announcement. So she's still kicking around.
Oh, so she's like actually still alive, and those aren't
and
like
trying to sort things out. Yeah.
Wow. All right. I'd sort of gotten the idea that she was just dead or something.
They're not dead till you find a dead body.
That's
also,
true.
like, although we've got the key to open this door, I'm just going to show you that
that is so adorable.
The bolt thrower opens door, like, touches touchpads, opens doors for you through windows.
That is so adorable.
And I missed a note again. I gotta stop doing that. Yuri Kimura is stalking some. We've been to her office and killed the Phantom that had her name already.
Right. Yeah, we know that she's out.
She had some neuromods that she should not have had.
Hello, Morgan. It's time we spoke. My code name is December. My purpose is to help you escape Talos 1. I know your memory's shot full of holes, but you left instructions at the Typhon shipwreck containment. Alex has a private escape pod. You made a copy of his launch key and hid it in the Neuromod division, along with the supply cache. I'll transmit the location to your map. I'll contact you again when you have the key.
Remember we talked about multiple Morgans with multiple different sort of like moments of weirdness?
Yeah, I'm not so certain I trust December.
But, the different different sort of idea of what they wanted to do when they thought about what was going on with the Typhon. This particular Morgan was like, we need to get the hell out of here.
I get the feeling that all of this stuff, like, I get the feeling that the eventual reveal for this is just gonna break every brain that's watching. There is no brain that will remain unbroken.
Everybody who has played and seen the end of Prey just nods. They just go, yep. Yeah, so there was a message to Yui basically saying they already know about it. A month's pay will make it go away. Someone in the station is a smuggler. And is smuggling stuff. I'm trying to be clever about this, and then
Yeah, you blew it, but to be fair, you knew that wasn't lasting that long to begin with.
I'm trying to be real clever about this.
Come on, you little... Oh!
No,
what
still
a
out of range.
punk!
Yeah, but on the upside, I'd saved my combat charge, so... Fuck you! That was a really silly idea. I still don't know why I did that.
Right in the jaw.
As you can see, he just slipped right out of
God bless.
Yeah, he slipped right out of what I was trying to contain him in. They are slippery as heck. And see, I just killed his decoy.
Yeah, there's this mimic.
There he goes.
Good God, what a jerk.
Etheric, like when I first said Etheric Phantom was like the very first Etheric Phantom I went up against. I made sure that I stomped a mud hole in him because I don't even want to deal. That's why you don't want to deal, because jeez, they're rough.
Even if you get the drop on them, they're rough.
It's not even like the most dangerous kind of Phantom that you have to worry about.
Oh, good. Thanks for that.
Well, we've seen the ones that set fires, and you noticed like how effective that was on me. Killed me.
Sure, I mean...
Well, there's one that's even more freaking weird, so look forward to that. Hey, let's go to Psychotronics.
Psychodongics. Anyway, I presume that that if you kill January, December shows up early or something.
No, December will always show up at the same place, but killing January does have a December interaction.
Psychotronics is the opposite of safe, Morgan. What are you after? Someone's helping you. Is it Michaela? Elazar?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I can eavesdrop on your brother's messages. We're in agreement on this one. Get through this place fast as possible. Maintenance airlock to a utility tunnel called the Guts. It'll take you all the way to the top of the station.
We're in agreement on
the Guts.
Okay.
Yeah, we mentioned the sort of mention of the Guts with Josh Dalton, in the last episode. So this annoyed the shit out of me.
Oh, are you serious?
The game did something wonky here and was like, no, you didn't actually get him.
It was literally saying surprise attack on mimic object. What even is going on here?
And there we go. There you go. It wouldn't do it until I
I
activated him, and then he got up.
That was the weirdest thing.
That was a weird interaction. I think that wasn't supposed to happen. Well, thanks for the bullets, Otto.
We will say a prayer for you when we get where we're going. We won't. I don't know why I'm lying to your corpse.
Otto will be very quickly forgotten.
Who was that guy again? I don't remember.
Exactly.
You think I'm messing around, but I actually don't. I can't even remember that guy's name anymore.
Oh, that's alright. Which is really weird because it's a palindrome, and I always remember that. Nobody was fooled.
Not even me, and that's saying something.
Yeah, so Psychotronics is a real big deal for trying to manage all of this nonsense. You can see they've got like a Typhon detector, and that's like this is before even like a decontamination area. So they really didn't want anything to get out, which kind of makes the fact that everything still got out to be a little bit amusing.
That foam bolt thing is seriously the most adorable thing.
It is the sickest, coolest thing in a video game in a long time.
So neat.
Very few things make you just go, yeah, that's bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
Quite like that.
I also like the idea that that you can just shoot it from across the room and it'll still download the auto map completely correctly.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, map. Yeah, so Psychotronics is pretty big place. Full of lots of shenanigans. Looks like I didn't read the emails either. I should go back and do that. We aren't going deep into Psychotronics. We're here to pick up something important before we actually go into like the meat of it. Because I feel it's very important we acquire this first and foremost.
Oh my god, those turrets are still just a little bit too real for me. Just like machine sounds, it's like, oh, I got an error. I'm submitting an error log. It's like, are you? Oh my god, stop! Just stop. I get too much of this at work.
We got our turret buddy up, and it's quite obviously there's a phantom.
I heard the crazy stompy noises. Crispin boy.
Come on round, buddy. I got a friend here to introduce to you. Crispin.
I can't help but think of Crispin Freeman right now.
Doesn't seem like the turret's having much luck shooting him though. You notice that?
It kind of looks like he's shooting direct.
And then he just got shoved by something. Hey, a mimic.
It was a mimic. Of course, it was a mimic.
The mimic betrayed the phantom and gave him a shove forward so that he could finally be destroyed.
Honestly, it sort of looked like the mimic just had its gun pointed straight between the phantom's legs. So it's just like, I'm shooting your nutsack. I'm shooting your nutsack. The phantom's just like, I don't have dangly bits. I would have done that.
The mimic's just like, why do you keep destroying my dream?
Yeah.
Fucking stubborn
delivery.
cycle. You can always catch glimpses of that thing, and every single glimpse will always be some really just stupid like pseudo science fantasy bollocksy stuff. I love it.
It just reminds me of we are Legion, we are Bob, and or Old Man's War, which is really bad because both of those book series are incredibly fun. Particularly the We Are Legion, We Are Bob.
Psychoscope required beyond this point.
Psychoscope. Okay, man. That's totally a harmless piece of equipment.
Well, you see it on the posters. Let's set this up. I'm going to metagame a little bit more.
Fortified. Does fortifying just like increase how much health it has or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Meanwhile, stuck in the toilet. Because no one's had enough nightmares yet.
That's not okay. Oh, man. I am not cleaning that up.
So the real question is, man, what did he eat? But at least the mimic is dead.
Oh, man. That was not okay.
No, that's... oh, dear. When I was a little kid, just seeing, like, movies with, like horror movies... Because there was a period in the 80s where they just loved horror movies with, like, pictures of a toilet with, like, a hand or a monster on it or something like that. That would just be nightmares for days.
I kind of did that. Did a parody of that in the old Ace Ventura movies. There was that one time he got attacked in the toilet, and the dude like right next to his stall just thinks that he's got like a really hard shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what did you eat?
Yeah. I love that. The dude's face down the toilet. He goes, man, what did you eat? So the fear effect is really, like as you saw, like, everything was just dimmer that whole entire time. So, like, a way to mitigate that, I could have just, like, chugged the alcohol. And then that would have overcome my fears. But they were just mimics, so it's like, whatever.
I like the concept of Morgan just like, downing a fifth of bourbon before she goes in to attack a whole bunch of mimics and shit.
Getting some duck beer. All right, so we've got our own psychoscope now.
That looks creepy.
This is what the psychoscope is.
The psychoscope was a breakthrough. Apart from neuromods, it's the most important tech on Talos 1.
I'll take your word for that.
So this is the thing we got. The thing that allows you to detect mimics. Guess what?
Uh-huh.
I won't be using it.
Weaknesses,
I will not-
Q-beam. You invented it, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Psychoscope is the way we will be acquiring information on enemies and also Typhon powers.
Okay, then.
And yeah, I just don't kill that mimic because I forget, and then I look later and I'm like, yeah, whatever. So the Psychoscope scans enemies when they're scanned, or it also marks them as well, so you can know where they are at any given point, like once you've marked them. So it's a good way to keep track of like that phantom you're trying to avoid, things like that.
And another very good reason to let it get the drop on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Using recycler charges to force open doors like that will honestly never get old to me. That is still the funniest thing.
It is the solution when you don't have, say, like leverage 3.
Well,
Yeah, there's a phantom up there. He's done a lot of damage to the turret, but he's still kicking. But the damage we've done to him means we'll be able to take care of him a little easier. But there is
what the hell?
a mimic.
Hello,
There's a
mimic.
So, as you can see, trying to scan a mimic can be a little bit of a pain in the backside. But we've learned the first of the powers, Mimic Matter. Now, I don't take any powers in this episode, but as you can see, we've already unlocked the ability to turn ourselves into stuff. If we invest in neuromods.
Good night.
That was a great waste of a shotgun shell.
It was an awesome waste of a shotgun shell, and I will hear absolutely no other interpretations of such.
He just keeps switching randomly to weapons and smashing things. Alright, so we want to grab this sucker so that we can scan him.
This is seriously like the scan from frickin' Metroid Prime. Only, you can actually... Yeah, of course you nod! Right after I said, damn it, Robo-Guy!
Yeah, you can also scan a few other things, like turrets and stuff. They don't give you any powers, but they at least, you get little snippets of lore about them that you can look up.
This totally is the scan visor from Metroid Prime, only you can actually still fight with it out.
Yeah, so now we've also scanned up the ability to, although I think we've still got to scan like 1 or 2 more to actually properly unlock it, but the kinetic blast that the phantoms can do. This is handy at the very least because it tells you exactly what is good and what is bad against them. Phantoms don't have any electrical powers, so EMPs are worthless. But the glue gun is fantastic at slowing them. We've seen that. It'll straight up tell you what you need to know. And that's it. That's what we wanted.
Okay,
because
so now you're
as we
basically
go
gonna
back and explore some other stuff.
Yeah, make sure you've got all of the research you can get up to this point.
Not so much that. You see, we'll be going back to simulations, because we've got that safe code that we want to open.
Oh yeah.
But there's also a few places in there that we really need to take care of, because there's not just simulations in that area. There's also neuromod development, and neuromod development has something that we really, really want in a Let's Play like this. And it's going to give us the ability to produce our own neuromods.
Oh,
it's
I'm
also
waiting with bated breath.
It's also going to dump some new enemies on us, which is going to be very much fun. So, yep, that's going to be in the next episode. Thank you, everybody. It was a quick one today, but it was very neatly compartmentalized, and also it gave us a chance to show off why etheric phantoms are like a real deal at this stage of the game, at least.
Yeah, no, I'm not even playing, and I'm not comfortable with those things. So, yeah, incredibly effective.
That's it for today. We'll see you all next time with a return to simulations and a visit to the volunteers area and neuromod development. I've been the last Robot Guy.
And I've been Cool Guy.
We'll see you all next time.